I'm gonna tell y'all how I almost caught a bank robbery case. When I was in fifth grade, I was around 12 years old. I used to live in these apartment complexes in Central Florida, and it was like uh, the community was like nothing but duplexes, and it had like 15 blocks full of duplexes, and had like cuts in between. You know what I mean? But they had like two units, like A and B, and they had like 15 blocks, and it was like one store in the neighborhood and stuff, and everybody knew everybody because in this neighborhood it was a mixed neighborhood. It had white people, black people, Hispanic people, Filipino people, and Vietnamese. And you know what I mean? In this neighborhood, in this town, it was okay to see a black man walking with a white boy, and it wouldn't be no questions asked. You know what I mean? This side of town in this certain city I'm talking about is Central Florida. And one day I had woke up early in the morning, wasn't no school or nothing, so I had went to my cousin's house to go steal his bicycle. He had a truck, what you call old raggedy beat up bike. You know what I mean? So I was going to steal it from him, and go play with my homeboys my age. And my cousin, he was probably like 25, 26 at the time. And he was a black, tall, skinny nigga, man. Probably weighed about 160 pounds. And he was probably like 6'3". And he was a black nigga with a bald head, kept a bald head, you know what I mean? And he had this big 400, 500 pound white girl that all she used to do is have sex with black men and let them move in and run the house. And my cousin, he fell in love with the big fat bitch, and he was laying up at her house. And I went over there and I knocked on the door, get ready to steal the bike. And this nigga from Miami was sitting up in the chair, laid there asleep, but he had one eye open, one eye closed. So I walked in and I was trying to see who the nigga was. He was a red nigga with all black on. And he had dreads all the way to his feet. You know what I mean? From his head to his feet, that's how long the nigga dreads was. So, you know what I mean? And this was back in like 94, 95, 4 Tupac, 96 album, you know what I mean? And what ended up happening was I went and asked my cousin, man, who this nigga is? And he introduced me to the nigga. And my cousin went back and went to sleep. So this nigga is a grown man, like 25, 26, kind of find out he on the run for murder in Miami. And he just high not. So, he asking me about licks and shit. You know what I mean? At the time, my family was had the biggest hole over the whole biggest dope hole. So I wasn't trying to tell him about no licks. Cause I knew, who he might want to rob probably be my people. Cause they was making all the noise. So I was like, no, I don't know nothing about none of that. But the nigga felt I was a real one. So he was like, take a walk with him. So I'm walking with the nigga. So the nigga pulled out a check. So you know what I'm saying? He walked across the street, tell me he finna go cash a check. So I stood across the street and he went on over there. I was finna leave the nigga. Cause I ain't go across the highway. I was too young. He walked across the highway to the little bank. I don't know if it was Barnett Bank or whatever. He came on back with the money. So I was like, okay, you know what I mean? We walked back to my cousin's house and chilled and shit. Then we went our own separate ways. So the next time I seen the nigga, I was walking on another street out there because it's like a big old complex, like, you know what I mean, in the neighborhood, the community. So I was on the next street, which is more duplexes and stuff, more cuts, and there's more hood on that block. Everybody like to hang out and shit. And he was up there walking. And mind you, this nigga is a red nigga with dreads all the way to his ass. He can put him in a bundle or something, and they still all the way be down to his booty. So you know what I'm saying? Nigga walking, and he blending in because he kind of look mixed, but he got a long dread. You can tell he a black nigga. You know what I mean? So he like, where you finna go? I like, shit, I finna go to the house. You know what I mean? So he started following me. Now, mind you, I'm 12 years old. I got a nigga from Miami. He got a pistol on him. He walking with me. He a grown-ass man. He following my moves. So we go to my house. And what do you know? My brother was in there with the nigga bitch, fucking this bitch, man. This is a true story, bro. So the hoe trying to take put her clothes on, and they started arguing and fighting in my house. So my brother was like, nigga, you gotta leave. Tell the nigga you gotta leave, you know what I mean? So boom, they push it out the door. So I walked with my dog. Literally, bro, for about 30 minutes, this man got his ass whooped by his girlfriend, bro. She was beating this nigga ass, bro. Cause he stayed on the back. Where we stayed at, he stayed actually on the back road behind us, about 4 apartments away. And the backstory on this, it was a crackhead in the neighborhood that used to go with. I mean, that used to live. That was her. That was his girlfriend brother, and he used to be addicted to the pipe. And he stole one of the nigga guns from Miami and came and sold it to my brother one night. And one night the nigga came and bammed on the door before I ever knew who he was. And my brother told me to lay down, and he had the gun pointed at the door. If the nigga tried to come in, bro was gonna shoot him. It was just me and him there, but the nigga left. So you know what I mean, bro had bought his gun from a crackhead and was finna kill him with it. Because the dude didn't know the dude was a crackhead, and he let him use his gun to go probably handle some business, but the dude went and bought some crack, traded the gun in to my brother for crack. So, they fought, him and his girl. The girl beat his ass and shit. He went and bust out a window, out of the car. So, you know what I mean? The girl put a threat on him. She said, if you don't get my car fixed by tomorrow, I'm going to tell the police on you. I'm going to tell them where you at. Because he was on the run for murders in Miami, like 2-3 bodies. And his sister was sending the money up the road, like up Central Florida. You know what I mean? Because he only went like 3-4 hours away. So, you know what I mean? He was getting money. So the next day, man, make a long story short, dog, the next day, this nigga went to the bank and he walked up there and he put a gun up to the tailor and robbed him. Now, I wasn't there on this one. I'm at school. So, you know what I mean? This nigga done robbed the bank and then ran to my house. So it's like 8-9 niggas in the house. It's a trap house he run to. So, you know what I mean? He come in that bitch busting, now let me in, let me in. So my family let him in. My homies and my brother, them, they let him in. Because he had blood on his face and he ran straight to the bathroom, but the ink pad blew up in his face. So the nigga, like, how he got caught was when he robbed the bank, he robbed it on foot and he robbed it right around the corner. Because the duplex was right there. On the side roads was a little field, a little trailer park, and the bank was right there. So all he had to do was run like 2 football fields and he would have been where he was. But it was a hero. When he did it, some dude seen him in the truck and he watched where he went. And the nigga was running down the road throwing money in the motherfucking sky and the bag and shit all down the road, bro. This a true story, man. So, you know what I mean? Nigga ran to my house, and, by the time he get in there good, here come the SWAT team, bro. The SWAT team ordered everybody out the house, man. So this nigga in my house having a standoff for like 4-5 hours. So I get out of school. I'm still in elementary school. I'm still in 5th grade. So I walking up the block. I see every type of police you can think of. The tanks, the armor trucks, nigga, the regular squad cars, everything, bro. I'm talking about the whole 15 blocks, man, was full of fucking cars, man. Police cars on both sides of the road. So I'm like, fuck. Now this road got nothing but stop signs, so it's all up there. So I see some of my family, and I was like, what's going on? They say such and such robbed the bank and ran in the house. So I said, what? The nigga from Miami robbed the bank and ran in your house. So I threw my book bag down and I walked up to the house and they had a bullhorn calling the nigga out my house and he still wouldn't come out and they got the nigga girlfriend to say something come out and that's what really made him come out. But yeah, the nigga robbed the bank and ran in my house and he was all up in the attic and bro them had weed and stuff like that and he sat there for 4 hours smoking weed. He wouldn't answer the phone. The police were calling him on the phone. He was talking about he wasn't coming out. They found a couple guns and dope and shit in the house. And, you know what I mean? They ain't charged nobody with it because they ain't come for that. But yeah, the nigga robbed a bank and ran to my house, and then the nigga flushed the money down the toilet and all type of shit. And you know what I mean? I went to go take a shit and flush the toilet. All the money started coming out the toilet. Nigga hid the money all in the motherfucking mattress and shit. And all in all, this nigga caught 4 or 6 years, bro. That's my story. Peace. I'm out.